Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our video on Microsoft Power Tools. Today we'll try to explore the powers of Power Tools, Power Query and Power Pivot. These are add-ins add-in to Microsoft Excel. This is to give database level functionalities in Microsoft Excel. Normal Excel is just a spreadsheet. It has the performance issues when you have huge data like data in millions, and there are certain limitations of Excel as well. To overcome this, let us say for example, let me put it down. So, if you see here 1,000,000 around rows in one sheet, right. So, just imagine if you have data of 4,000,000, so you can't deal in Excel. So, here there is a power of data model available in Excel. Okay. So, today we will discuss about Power Tools, which is Power Query and Pivot. Query is to collect data, import data, and even before importing, transform as well. So, let us if there is a data massage required, you can do that one before importing into data model. I am not saying Excel, import in Excel, I am saying data model. And data model is just like you can say Microsoft Excel or Microsoft has given database as an add-on to Microsoft Excel. So, database level facility, like we are using databases like MS SQL, Oracle, MS SQL or sorry MySQL. So, like those functionality. See this one, this DAX function, that is part of that. Okay, how to use these together and why both needed. So, I will explain while doing the demo. Data transformation, when importing the data, if any updation, changes, removal, addition, whatever is required, we can do in the data transformation. Relationship, so we don't need now to use VLOOKUP to gather multiple sheets data into one. Like we have down categories, regions, then there will be sales. Okay, then there is a DAX function. These are like database functions. Same like sum, count, it is there, but these will have extra performance as compared to Microsoft Excel standard function features or functions. Data table creation, sorry, date table, that I will explain when we will be having this data. Creating power pivot from data models, then we will create power pivot table, right. Okay, now we have these categories. I used like this. I haven't used any codes here, so product code or something like that, just for the sample data. Okay, regions, here we have the city and region and latitude and longitude. These are not available, let us say region and latitude longitude is not available in the sales data, only city is available. So, we have to pick these information, then we have to pick this category as well, right. Okay. So, let us start from where these two options can come. You will have to go to options, then you go in add-ins, and then this is com add-ins and go. Then you have to enable, see here these power add-ins, right. These are enabled with us. So, let us move forward. I will go to data. So, now you will not find power query or something like that. So, this is the power query. It is now called get and transform data, right, queries and connections. So, you can say this one. While power pivot is having the separate menu. So, first we will let us collect the data. So, since we have two files, okay, let me explain the files or data. I kept two files, two yearly files 16 and 17 in this folder and 2 other years in this folder. So, then I will later import this one. So, at the moment 2 years 16 and 17, right. Let me copy this path. So, we do not need to come here again. Okay. Data get from folder. Okay. So, I have just paste the folder name instead of doing browse again. Okay. Right. So, here is the two files, here are the two files. So, what I will do, I will combine and transform, right. Let us do it. Okay. So, this is the first file, see here the first file, right. So, it will show us the first few sample lines just to see, right, and all our files should have the same columns and same sequence. Okay. Click OK. Excellent. So, now all these steps taken are, if you see here on the right side and on the left side, all these steps were noted down by Excel automatically. So, once we will add another file, Excel or Power Query will apply same steps on that file as well. If there is any data transformation, or let us say for example, if you splitting any cells or columns, whatever, or we are making anything capital, lower, whatever, right. This is how it is. You can change the data type from here if you want. I am not changing at the moment. Let us say, let me change this at least currency and replace the current. So, see here there is a change type, it had changed the type, so it will replace it. Okay. Now, it is our currency, right, and same I will do it here. Let us see, these are two currencies. Okay. Rest I will not change. Okay. Now, query had took the data. Now, I will load this to data model. So, now Power Query did the work what it has to do. Now, I will click here down, not up on the upside, down, and next second option. Okay. Okay. Now, let us I will not select the first three, just this fourth one to create the connections, and then data to the data model and click OK. So, if you see here on the right side, queries and connections are ready. Now, what I have to do, I will going to Power Pivot and will click manage. I will show you there the data. Okay. Okay, let me do few things here to show you DAX function. Here I will put DAX formula. So, it will type normally here on the top, but after confirming it will show here, right. So, how it is, total amount colon equal to sum and then I will select amount with the name of my sheet. Okay, where it is, amount, it is here. Okay, and bracket close. Okay, done. Another I will do the same for the quantity, total quantity equal to sum quantity same time, if we want to count total orders equal to count, let's say count order number, that's it. Okay, now let me see how many orders are there. It should be 20,000, right? Each file had 10,000 records. Okay, now this was the DAX functions. We will not go in much details. It's a just high level introduction to Power Pivot. Okay, now we have only one data sheet. So now we have to bring the other ones. We can do by Alt Tab, or we can go with this small Excel icon. Switch to workbook, right? Okay, now we have to add this product. Since Power Pivot menu is selected, so I will just click here. This is already, by the way, a table, Excel table. You have to make it. Add to data model, done. Next, regions, next model. Okay, now why we added? Here there is a city, and in my sales data there is a city, if you see here, but we don't have regions there. We have to add region here, and we have to add category here. So one way is I can put it here, VLOOKUP function, and then do VLOOKUP. So just imagine if there are 2 million records, and then I will add extra data over here. So it will increase the size, it will reduce the performance, processing performance, and all those things, it will get affected. So I will not do that one. I will be using relations. No more VLOOKUP in this. Okay, let's go to our diagram view. At the moment I am skipping date table, which I will cover later. Okay, so this is right side is our dimensions or lookup tables. So let's say, for example, I will click here, and product, where is the product? Okay, so it should create one to many relation, and then city with the city. Okay, done. So now if I will click data, nothing will be changed, but things are done. So now there is a relation with this table. Okay, so now I will click pivot table and new. Okay, excellent. Right. Okay, I don't need this one, right? If you see here, as compared to our standard or I will say default Excel pivot table, this is a bit different now. If you see here, we have now 3 files, right? So what we'll do, let me take region from here. Yeah, these are regions. So region I will put it here. Okay, then I will go to categories. Let me take the category here, right? So now I am picking from each of my table. Okay, now I need to put my amount. If you see here, now I will not take this amount and then I will sum it here. I will use this DAX function total, because there will be performance impact due to this. Okay, we can put quantity as well. Okay, let me put it like this, then total orders as well. Okay, here it is. Okay, now if I go down, if you see here with the order date, let me put this order date somewhere here. Okay, if you see here, let me show you something. So let's say, for example, if I need more details, let's say, for example, years or months, weeks, quarters, I am not getting those things, right? And then here let me give you one challenge. So, which we will resolve. Let us say for example, we want for a month day wise sale, say, right, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, right. So, let us say for example, in on second there was no sale. So, in this sales table, if there is no date or there is no sales, that date will not come, right. On third there was no sale, it will not come. So, ideally how it will come? 4, 1, 4. So, there are gaps, right. It will not be consecutive days like 1, 2, 3, 4 like this, right. Or if we take, let us say weekdays, remove this one. Let us say for example, if we say Saturday, Sunday, let me drag this, sorry. Okay. Now, let me put it Thursday, Friday, right. So, let us say for example, we assume there was no sale on Tuesday. So, this will be missing, right, because there was no sale, it will be like this, right. Okay. To handle this situation or this concern, those who are working on Excel and all those things, they will have this challenge. Or if you have month wise data, if one month there was no sale due to whatever reason, so that month itself will be missing, right. Okay, we will go to manage and I will click in the order date column, right, and then I will go to design and here I will click date table and will click new. Okay. A table is created with different columns. If you see the columns, so these columns values we can add it over there, right. So, in this if you see here, it generated, it took the data from my sales table minimum and maximum and then without any gap it generated the values. So, it will be around 365 plus 365 2 years data, right. I can show you here, this is the range it took from the data, right, because I had selected the order date. Okay, now what I will do, I will update because my data is till 2019, instead of coming later and updating it, I will update it now. So, I will put it 2019 or I can put 2025 whatever I can generate, right. So, click OK. Now, it will generate for 4 years. Now, it depends on your data. If my 4-year data was here, it was automatically selected and could have generated. Now, I have to create a link of this data with this, right. So, what I will do, I will go to home diagram. If you see here, I do not have relation with this, right. So, I will click date and will drop on order date. So, one to many relation created. Okay. Now, let us move back to our pivot. Okay. See, calendar is available, right. So, now I will remove this, I will bring my calendar fields. So, it is different, let me click here. What I will do, I can take month number or month, let me take the month and I will put it here. Let me remove region to the filter and category I will also remove. Okay. If you see here, there is no gap, right. Although I have the sales in all months, but if there was, it will not show here those months, right. So, this was the date functionality, date table functionality, which you cannot create with the help of pivot. Okay. Now, from here, if you see, you can create your charts or whatever, which I am not going to cover. Is there anything else need to cover? Okay, I have explained. Yeah, relationship, that's it. Data transformation. Okay. Now, you can change the sheet name or whatever you want. Okay. What I will do in the next video, I will try to cover this KPI functionality, very important functionality, which you will really appreciate and like it. Okay, and what else? I think we covered power pivot. Now the best thing is, okay, sorry. Let me, okay, this is now, if you see here, let me put it somewhere years as well. Okay, now this I missed. Okay, here is the year. I will put this year here. I will remove the region, leave it. So year is there just to show you. Okay, if you, I will say multiple select. Sorry, this year I am taking from the calendar. I will not take from. Okay, leave it. Let it be there. I will put it year down. Okay, and I will remove month. Okay, so my 2 years data is there, right? Okay, now what I will do, let me save it. I have saved this file. Now I will go to my folder, yes, and I will add, let us say I will just add 18, Control X, I am just putting it here, right, 1 year added, that means next year. So ideally I had to do all these steps again, right? Okay, let us see what I will do now. Okay, let us come to data and I will click refresh all, right. What it will do, it has to update the query, Power Query, to read the folder. If there is any additional file, read that file, do transformation if there is any transformation, data change or whatever, add it to the existing 2 files, I mean 2 years, and then do the joins and show us the data. Okay, let us see. Refresh all. Duration is not set to an instance of an object. This might be a bug in Excel. Anyway, let us see how it is. Okay. So data is there for 18. Now let me add the next year. Control X. Okay. So again I will refresh. Hope so this time there will be no error. Okay, I don't know why that error was there. See, now data is there. So if we see, let me filter now, let me put year on this filter and I will put month down, and now I will select only 1 year, that is my, right. So now we have data till August in this 2019, right. Okay, now if you see here, let me add again. Okay, so now let us say for example, if you have created dashboard on top of this, maybe there are multiple slides and all those data information is there. So if in that case you don't need to do all these steps. If it is monthly data period wise, you can add just like in the folder we added here. So you can keep adding and it will read. Just refresh all, the whole setup is ready for you, right, for reporting or whatever. I think we covered. I am not go much into further detail which will confuse, at least to give you the idea the power of Power Query on Power Pivot. Please don't mix this with pivot table. Pivot table having a very basic, I will say, functionality or performance, or it will have the limitation when you have huge amount of data. I am talking about in millions. Let us say you have a data of 4 million. This is just small data, we are not taking care. At the moment, it is 40,000 records only, right. So, it is not much. And secondly, we achieved that in regions and categories, we joined. Let me show the total order. Let me remove these quantities. Let me remove this one, and let me add this category. Okay, I don't need it. And category, I will put it in the column. Okay, see how it is. Okay, this is done. So, now if you see in our sales data, let me show you if I can open that file. Let me try, because this is already open there, but let us see, let us try. It is open here. See, in this we do not have region, we do not have category, which we joined without using VLOOKUP. So, this is the data for, so this is for 2016. So, same way it is for 17, 18, 19, right. And then we did joins and we got this data. Now, it is up to you how you want to display this data. You can use slicers, which is in my another video explain how to use slicers, and you can even create charts. Let me just give you one example of chart as well, just since we are doing this one, right. So, I am just assuming, let us say for example, you have such charts, right, and you have a dashboard maybe of 6 to 8 charts, and then a new month, a new period as a financial, it is there. Now, you have to add the data. So, you do not need to worry, you do not need to change ranges like VLOOKUP, and you have to change the formulas and all those things. Just copy paste file in that folder, refresh it here, that is it, it is ready, right. I think we have covered now Power Pivot in a very simple way. If any comments, kindly share. Thank you very much for your time. Allah Hafiz.